go again.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute, if you won some money at the casino and you put all your winnings on red but it came up flat, if you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it, if you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view, starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Chyonic, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Chyonic intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault, as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music, B philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on Live Leak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh.
We gotta think of
years
a name.
of persevering, disappearing into the pile.
What?
Out of stock,
We gotta think of a name.
out of
There's the
sight.
Lunch Club. There's the 100 Thieves.
In this context,
There's
it's
the
tempting to
creatures.
make it content.
There's
It's
Rooster.
gentle,
We need a
so that you
name.
churn through it, but not earn it. Why make something
I
demand
follow.
if it just gets piled up in the
Give me
landfill,
1 sec. I'm
filed
trying to do
in
something.
with the bland things? When games were
This
new,
Rooster
they wanted a
Teeth.
lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting.
I don't know. The
demanding,
luscious gringos, I feel like,
stoic.
can still like. It's
Now
just.
everyone's turned off by that.
It's not
They wanna
racial,
burn
but
through it
people
quickly.
get
A
upset.
quick fix for the fickle, some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. That's not you.
Just
you're an
someone will.
You could
My
swallow
vote
a
is for
baseball
digital
bat.
trash.
Now,
It's
I
actually
know,
not bad.
Most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you, like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too. But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far, but feeling frustrated. It's underrated. An orange is sweet, juicy fruit.
Is that
locked
he on
inside
live?
a bit of bitter. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
I'm gonna do some cyberpunk, I guess.
Speaking of digital trash,
What other achievements do I have to get? Main storyline almost done. Killer incapacitate 3 and no. No. Almost there. Alright, what are the 5 hidden achievements? I don't care if I... spoil anything. I really don't.
I feel like a lot of people didn't want the story spoiled when they felt the story was gonna be pretty like beefy and interesting.
Yeah.
And, like have plot
Yeah,
twists.
yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, it's just a."
The story's like, well, the story's just disappointingly short for like the company that made The Witcher is my thing.
No, Cole, you're forgetting a company that made The Witcher 3. It had 3 chances before people were like, "Yeah, this is a good one."
Witcher 2 got a lot of praise. I never, not as much as 3, but I think that had to do with like it coming to console later than it did to PC or something.
I mean, it's still what you're saying. It's like, yeah, man. First one's always rough.
Sorry about that.
It's like Assassin's Creed. It's like, oh man, 4? That's when they were like peaking. Ezio trilogy, they're riding the wave. It's like 1. I mean, you can really get the story for the end. Like you can piece it together. They talk about them a lot.
I'll be right back.
Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you. thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. Mary Pickford. The soul would have no rainbow, had the eyes no tears. John Vance Chyonic. The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis. feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
All right.
Welcome back.
All right. Let's beat me some Cyberpunk. I ain't got much left.
I'll be back.
Where you going?
Hey,
What?
I get something for it.
No, what? I didn't hear you.
Yeah,
I have a
you cut
headache, so
out.
I gotta get something for it.
Uh, y- do we have things here, or are you going to Kroger or something?
I don't know. Like a gas station. I didn't think that's all we do. Be right.
This man got a headache. He was like, "Go now." It's like how much you've been thinking about. A lot, actually. It hurts. As far as it's got. And one comes to replace the other.
Feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber,
Hello.
designer and user.
How you doing, my boy?
You could have
We
refused,
did
No.
need you to
There
discuss
was something
something.
in you that was hidden.
Oh,
You chose
well,
to continue.
what are we discussing?
Murder, but that's for when the camera's off. Currently, we're trying to
Hmm.
think of a name.
A name?
There's the Rooster Teeth. There's the Lunch Club. There's the Creatures. There's Couch Up.
Offline TV
Offline
misfits.
TV. The Misfits. The
Are
100
we
Thieves.
talking? Are we talking about the name for us?
I mean, I feel like honestly, we'll probably go through like 3 different iterations before anything
Hey, man.
that pop.
So you gotta give it a name.
Um, yeah, Clover called it digital trash. I don't have an issue with that. I also wouldn't mind something that doesn't reference the digital or video game aspect at all. Like, I don't know, offline TV, they're very successful. I'm not wild about that name, honestly. Very memorable name, I'll say that though.
I mean, simple and basic. You know what I mean? They got honestly, it's a really great marketing ploy. Like,
It's a
just
good name.
it's a good name. It's simple. People remember it.
Cole, everything's digital nowadays. That's not just the video game aspect.
Um, I know. I just just a
Everything's in
comment.
some way digital. What do you want to do? You want to do some comedy? All right. No microphone. No recording it.
I'll shout.
That's the difference, man. That's your screaming into the void digital trash. Everyone else's is on Twitch. Everyone. it's they want to be a Twitch person. They want to be a YouTuber. They got to stream on Facebook.
They
They
gotta
got to
stream
ride
on
the mixer wave. They gotta follow James Charles. They gotta.
Oh my god.
Could just fourth floor is a little bit too much of an in joke. Could call ourselves the top floor, the penthouse, something like that.
Hmm. That's not that bad.
See, but there's like. It's very uppity. It's like, yeah, we're the penthouse.
Yeah, that's why like the top floor isn't as bad.
We're as good as it gets, boys. 206 above the clouds.
Endured this much. Every wisecrack, every
The top
insensitivity,
floor.
every setback you've forgiven me. is
Not as bad.
my gift.
You know, depending on how good it is, it's like, oh, the top floor of, you know, a skyscraper or the top floor of like an apartment block.
Yeah, it's real basic name. It's like, how'd y'all come up with it? We all met on the top floor of a dorm building, matter of fact.
Just to let you know.
And they're like, oh, so you think it was fake? No, we chose the name, bro.
We have the same taste, you and I.
We actually wanted to go with fourth floor, but none of y'all would get it, so.
Ambition's obviously an obdurate mission to taste defeat. You'll feel bad if you win, so I put this snake in for you.
No, we're basically what we're doing is trying to find a fucking band name
Yeah, man.
4 floors high.
That's why I said Digital Trash. It's a pretty good band name.
Very true. Hmm. What would be a good name for a group?
I think we should name ourselves after some of our favorite activities. So, the Penis Wigglers. And just come in a
No,
wiggling.
no. The amount of, like, legal trouble we're gonna get through with the Wigglers. Or the Wiggles.
And you're so
keep
fucking right.
to keep us away from that name? No, man. Like, and the Super Mario Wiggler. You want the Nintendo ninjas to come after us. What were the Wiggles? Was that Nick or Disney? Or just like some baby channel?
I think Nick, but I think they were like outsourced. I think it was like filmed in Australia and Nick bought it.
Okay. Still, at least it's not Disney. I'm not fighting the mouse. People use the mouse to fight other people.
I vaguely remember them having an accent, and I think I read a thing about them doing like a bar tour throughout Australia one year.
Have you thought about who you are and
They're Wiggles.
are you the man in the pot?
They're doing a bar tour
No,
for
I-
all the parents who have to watch.
No, they did like a pub crawl tour for like all the essentially kids who are adults now.
Oh.
And apparently, like one of the things I read is people just got fucking smashed during fruit salad. Like that was a common thing that would happen.
Oh, no,
Why
like,
wasn't I
fruit
not there?
Salad was like their big song.
Fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy.
I remember,
Not DMCA.
like, I never like watched that show, but I remember specifically, like in high school, like that's when people, like there were people who were like fine with being funny for being childish or whatever. Like this dude would watch SpongeBob on his phone in class. It was like, what? It's like, yeah, man, that's all he did. Like that's what he would do. So he would go around one day, and then he was like, fruit salad, and then like 7 people had like the memory triggered in their mind. They're all like, yummy, yummy. I was like, what was that? He was like, you never watched the Wiggles? I was like, what?
What was that all about? PTSD, bro.
No, it was bad if like a group of girls all remembered it.
shed, the rectory, the living room, and the factory.
We call ourselves the Wings
The
Club.
construction site,
No,
the granite blocks.
Straight plagiarism.
We've
that
learned to
stuff
hide.
is still going on.
There's no way
Straight.
to
That's why I
prove
said
it.
straight
No,
plagiarism.
I'll shut up. But let me say,
We put out one thing, we're getting auto-detected by copyright. It's not even like, nah, that's a new copyright, man. If you don't want them to have it, take it up with them. It's just straight up like, sir. The form is not going through. Choose a new name. That exists. You know that exists.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't get the notification
You
saying
use
the
their
username was
font
taken.
in your logo.
We just straight up just copy pasted the logo.
Oh, dude, if that's what we're doing, let's just call ourselves Amazon.
Damn, I didn't know Amazon had a Twitch streaming group.
They don't.
We all go live, and it's like, oh man, that's pretty cool. First stream, we're all getting swatted. Jeff Bezos himself is like, they're just gonna have us on stream tied up, and Jeff Bezos is gonna individually come to each of us.
We're just waiting there.
No, he's gonna walk in, and your stream's gonna cut off, and you're just gonna see him pull out a gun.
Oh shit.
And it's like, what? Jeff Bezos is just going to talk to them because no one's been like as innovative to steal from him, and it be allowed.
You think you can use my name on my platform that I now own?
He's gonna next day ship you to God.
You can't do that to me, dude. I'm fucking eating. Almost choked on my fucking Cocoa Pebbles, bro.
Hey man, that's not a bad way to go out though.
Nope.
To be made an example.
Time to go. Oh, shit up.
you cannot now believe
Oh, Eddie, you can get Johnny's car in
this is not true. You're sure to be
this
happy
game.
again. And knowing this,
Yeah,
truly believing
they
this,
showed that
will
off.
make you less miserable now.
I
Abraham
found it. You only get it by not killing a guy that you really want to kill.
That's dumb.
I'm trying to figure out how to do my borders for my About Me page.
They
channel.
they lock several things behind, like, oh, you want to punch this guy? Well, don't, because he has the best thing in the game. You're like, really? Like that Fingers character.
It's not.
There's an opportunity to punch him in y'all's interaction in a way that just feels good and
No,
makes sense.
it's not that like they're overtly saying like don't do it. It's just the benefits you get from not doing it are always better. It's like, oh, what happens if you kill him? You can take his weapon. It's like, alright. What happens if I don't? He'll sell you cool stuff for the rest of the game. What?
The best stuff, by the way. No one else sells this stuff.
It's like, won't I want that? It's like, but don't you want him dead? And they don't make any mention of like that's how he works.
Oh yeah. So like you'll punch him because like
No, you can't even
it
like
feels
visit
like
him
the
as
right
a vendor
option.
before.
Yeah, you can.
You can?
Yeah, because if you do, he'll be like, the way he starts is he'll point at you and be like, I've seen you before, but you I don't know, when he's talking to Judy.
Okay.
He'll like recognize that you've paid for implants from him before. Which I think is at least nice. Like that's a good, it's a sign of like what I wanted more of in this game. Things like that, little details.
Especially if they're gonna do all the cutscenes in game.
Yeah, I like that was a really cool way they did it, because him being like, oh wait, I have seen you before. You've been a patient of mine. It's like a very simple thing, but not a lot of like video games would implement that kind of thing.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Don't these things of like, hey, how do I do this, take like 14 minutes? And it's like, you could have posted screenshots.
God. I ain't paying for shit.
Like, they should have, like, do they ever just give you, like, someone that you can sell stuff to as, like, a reward?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, it's like, what? He can hate you, but if you're nice to people, you get no favors. Night City, baby. I feel like a lot of the side missions should only have been unlocked if you participated in things that were like essentially mini games.
Okay, I see what your point is.
No, like there's someone you can meet that's like, hey, street racing is like also a thing. It's like, alright, man. Guess that's cool. But like, aren't her street races like the only like street racing missions?
What'd you say? Sorry.
The woman who introduces you to street racing.
I dedicate this game to you.
Panam. No, Claire.
Yeah. Can you get into street racing without doing a mission for her?
No.
That's my thing.
Because street racing is not a mini game or activity, and
Yeah.
you can only do the races when she calls you.
Yeah, it's
Which
like,
I get what you're saying, but also, Eddie,
Yeah.
as someone who did street racing, wasn't it a thing you had to plan out and show up for at the right time?
Nope.
No? You just show
Mm-mm.
up and race whatever? I mean,
Dude.
for like a drag race like what
No.
they're doing in the game.
Oh, well, yeah, because that's for money. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like, it depends on what the pool pot is, right? Because in Jersey, people be crazy back then. Like, I would have literally just been at a stoplight, right? A red light.
and then some
then
dude
some guy-
like looks at
what-
you.
Yeah, it
You
really
get the
would be
look.
just like,
The look.
he would give me a look and then either rev his engine or pull down his windows and be like, "Yo, want to race?" And you either say yes, or if you're into the game, you'd be like, "Nah, I only race for money." And then if they agree, then you say like, "All right, cool."